Hello friends, welcome to my channel Digital Wave. In this today's tutorial, we will discuss operating system MCQs part 2. So we have already released our part 1 for operating system MCQs. So if you want to see that video, then you can find the link of that video in our description box. So let's start. So first question is, what is Microsoft Windows? So options available here: operating system, second option is graphics program, third option is word processing, and the last one is the database program. So right answer will be operating system. Microsoft Windows is an operating system that was developed by Microsoft company. The Microsoft Windows is available in 32-bit and 64 bits in the market. Now the next question is, which of the following is group of programs? First option is accessories, second one is the paint, third one is the word, and last one is the all of above. So right answer will be accessories. The Windows accessories are a group of programs in the operating systems. Windows XP offer many accessories or software that you can use to help with your work. The accessories are not full features program, but it is useful for a specific task in the operating system. It provides many programs such as painting program, a calculator, a word processor, a notepad, and the internet software. Now the next question is, which of the following is an example of a real-time operating system? So first option is Mac, second one is the MS-DOS, third one is Windows 10, and the last one is the process control. So right answer will be process control. Process control is the best example of a real-time operating system. Next question is, which of the following operating system do you use for client server network? First option is Mac, second one is Linux, third one is Windows XP, and the fourth one is Windows 2000. So right answer will be D, Windows 2000. Windows 2002 operating system were used to implement a client server network. It is a server operating system that was developed by Microsoft in April 24, 2002. It includes some features of Windows XP. Next question is, which Windows was introduced to my computer? First option available here, Windows 10, second one is Windows XP, third one is Windows 95, and fourth one is the Windows 98. So right answer will be Windows 95. So Windows 95 was first Windows to introduce the my computer. Next question is, what type of commands are required to perform various tasks in DOS? First option available here, internal commands, second one is external command, third one is valuable command, and the last one is the primary command. So right answer will be external commands. External commands are required to perform various tasks in DOS. Next question is, what is the number of characters contained in primary name of the file of MS-DOS? First option is up to 8 characters, second option is 3 characters, third option is up to 10 characters, and the last one is none of the above. So right answer will be up to 8 characters. MS-DOS operating system uses the file system that supports the 8.3 characters. The 8 characters are used to the file name and 3 characters are used to the extension. Next question is, which command is used to fetch a group of files that have just been deleted? So first option available here, undelete, second one is undelete/all, undelete *doc, and all of the above. So right answer will be C, undelete *doc command is used to fetch a program of files that have just been deleted. Next question is, which of the following is system software? So first option available here is operating system, second option is compiler, third option is utilities, and the last option is all of the above. So right answer will be all of the above. the system software is a type of software computer program designed to run hardware and software program on a computer. According to some definition, system software also include system utilities, system restore development tools, compilers and debuggers. Okay. Next question is, which program runs first after booting the computer and loading the GUI? So options are available here: desktop manager, file manager, Windows Explorer and the authentication. So right answer will be authentication. The authentication program is run first after booting the computer and loading the GUI. Authentication is a process of verification the person or device. For example, when you log into Facebook, you enter a username and password. Next question is, which process can be affected by the other processes executing in the system? First option is cooperating processes, second one is the child process, third one is parent process and the last one is init process. So right answer will be cooperating process. So a cooperating process can be affected by other processes executing in the system. Also, it can affect other processes executing in the system. A process share data with other processes. Such a process is known as cooperating process. Next question is, when several processes access the same data concurrently and the outcome of execution depends on the particular order in which the access takes place is called. First option available here, dynamic condition, second one is race condition, third one is essential condition and the last one is critical condition. So right answer will be race condition. When several processes access the same data concurrently and the outcome of the execution depend on the particular order in which access take place is called race condition. Next question is, if a process is executing in its critical selection, then no other process can be executing in their critical section. What is the condition called? So options available here: mutual exclusion, critical exclusion, third option is synchronous exclusion and last option is asynchronous exclusion. So right answer will be mutual exclusion. So if a process is executing in its critical section, then no other processes can be executed in the critical section. This condition is called mutual exclusion. Critical section of the processes is shared between multiple processes. If this section is executed by more than one or all of them concurrently, then the outcome of this is not as per the desired outcome. For this reason, the critical section of the process should not be executed concurrently. Next question is, which one of the following is a synchronization tool? So first option available here, thread, second option is pipe, third option is semaphore and last option is socket. So right answer will be C, semaphore. So semaphore is synchronization tool. Semaphore is a mechanism which synchronize or control access of threads on critical resources. There are two types of semaphores. First one is binary and second one is the counting. Next question is, a semaphore is shared integer variable. First option is that cannot drop below 0, that cannot be more than 0, that cannot drop below 1, that cannot be more than 1. So right answer will be A, that cannot drop below 0. A semaphore is a shared integer variable that cannot drop below 0. In binary semaphore, if the variable of semaphore variables is 0, that means there is a process that uses a critical resource and no other processes can access the same critical resource until it is released. In counting semaphore, if the value of the semaphore variable is 0, that means there is no resource available. Next question is, mutual exclusion can be provided by the First option is mutex lock, second one is binary semaphores, third option is both mutex lock and binary semaphores, and the last one is none of the mentioned. So right answer will be C. Mutual exclusion can be provided by both mutex locks and binary semaphore. Mutex is a short form of mutual exclusion. Binary semaphore also provide a mechanism for mutual exclusion. Binary semaphore behave similar to mutex locks. Next question is, when high priority task is indirectly preempted by the medium priority task, effectively inverting the relative priority of the two tasks. The scenario is called priority inversion, priority removal, and third option is priority exchange, last option is priority modification. So right answer will be A, priority inversion. So when a high priority task is indirectly preempted by a medium priority task, effectively inverting the relative priority of the two tasks, the scenario is called priority inversion. Next question is, process synchronization can be done on first option available here, hardware level, second option available here, software level, and the third option available here, both hardware and software level, and the last option available here, none of the mentioned. So right answer will be both hardware and software level. So process synchronization can be done of both hardware and software level. Critical section problems can be resolved using hardware synchronization, but this method is not simple for implementation, so software synchronization is mostly used. Next question is, a monitor is a module that encapsulates, first option available here, shared data structures, second option is procedure that operate on shared data structure, third option is synchronization between concurrent procedure invocation, and the last one is the all of the mentioned. So right answer will be D, all of the mentioned. A monitor is a module that encapsulates shared data structure, procedures that operate on shared data structure, synchronization between concurrent procedure invocation. Next question is, to enable process to wait within the monitor. So options available here, a condition variable must be declared as condition. Second option available here, condition variable must be used as Boolean object, and third option available here, semaphore must be used, and the last one is all of the mentioned. So right answer will be A. To enable a process to wait within the monitor, a condition variable must be declared as condition. Now next question is, restricting the child process to a subset of the parent's resources prevent any process from, first option available here, overloading the system by using a lot of secondary storage. Second option is underloading the system by very less CPU utilization, and the third option is overloading the system by creating a lot of sub processes. Last option available here, crashing the system by utilizing multiple resources. So right answer will be C. So restricting the child process to a subset of the parent resources prevent any process from overloading the system by creating a lot of sub processes. A process creates a child process, and child process require certain resources to complete its task. A child process can demand require resources directly from the system, but by doing this system will be overloaded. So to avoid overloading of the system, the parent process share its resources among children. Next question is, a parent process calling, fill in the blanks, and system call will be suspended until children process terminate. So right options available here, wait, second option is for, third option is exit, and the last option is exit. So right answer will be A, wait, because a parent process calling wait system call will be suspended until children process terminate. A A parameter is passed to wait system call which will obtain exit status of child as well as wait system call returns PID of terminated process. Next question is cascading termination refers to termination of all child process if the parent process terminates. So options available here: normally, second option is abnormally, third option is normally or abnormally, and the last option is none of the mentioned. So right answer will be normally or abnormally, because cascading termination refers to termination of all child processes if the parent process terminate normally or abnormally. So some systems don't allow child processes to exit if the parent process has terminated. Cascading termination is normally initiated by the operating system. Next question is, with blank, only one process can execute at a time, meanwhile all other processes are waiting for the processor with blank. So we have to fill in the blanks here. So right options, some options are available here like multiprocessing and multiprogramming. Second option is multiprogramming and uniprocessing. Third option is multiprogramming and multiprocessing, and fourth option is uniprogramming and multiprocessing. So right answer will be uniprogramming and multiprocessing. So because uniprogramming, only one process can execute at a time, meanwhile all other processes are waiting for the processor. With multiprocessing, more than one process can run simultaneously, each on different processors. The uniprogramming system has only one program inside the core, while the multiprocessing system has multiple process inside multiple cores. The core is one which executes instructions and stores data locally into registers. So right answer will be process identifier. In Unix, each process is identified by its process identifier or PID. The PID provides unique values to each process in the system so that each process can be identified uniquely. Next question is, in Unix, the return value for the fork system call is for the child process and blank area for the parent processes. Options are available here: a negative integer, comma 0, या 0 a negative integer. Third option is 0 a non-zero integer, and the last one is a non-zero integer and 0. So right answer will be C, 0 and a non-zero integer. In Unix, the return value of the fork system call is 0 for the child process and non-zero value for the parent process. A fork system call returns the PID of a newly created process to the parent and return 0 to that newly created process. The child process can blank area. First option available here, be a duplicate of the parent process. Second option is never be a duplicate of parent process, and the third option is cannot have another program loaded into it. Last option is never have another program loaded into it. So right answer will be A. The child process can be a duplicate of the parent process. The child process created by fork consists of a copy of the address space of the parent processes. Next question is, the child process completes execution but the parents keep executing, then the child process is known as, first option is often, second one is zombie, third option is body, and the last option is dead. So right answer will be zombie. The child process complete execution but the parent keep executing, then the child process is known as zombies. When a child process terminates, its resources get deallocated but its entry in the process control block PCB remains there until its parent call wait system call. Next question is, a process control block does not contain which of the following? First option available here, code. Second one is stack. Third one is bootstrap program, and the last one is data. So right answer will be bootstrap program. Next question is, so this is how we have completed our operating system MCQs part 2. So on our channel you can find some tutorials also. Okay, so some office tutorials are also there and some tech videos are also there, and in the some technical subjects, programming in C, artificial intelligence and object oriented concepts in Java tutorials are also available. And if you gain some knowledge from this video tutorial, then please like and share this video. And if you want more video like this, then you can write in comment section on which subject you want these objective type questions and answer with explanation. We are also available on Facebook, so you can redirect to our Facebook page by clicking on the link that is given in the description box. Okay, so please do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.